Frag Tag Radio.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another episode of Frag Tag Radio. And here with you this evening are your boys, Pradius
and Matterafact.
So this week, not a whole ton of stuff going on in the way of gaming. It's pretty much starting to get toward that summer drought when almost nothing comes out. Every year, like clockwork, you got Madden that comes out in the summer. Football fans everywhere are either looking forward to it or so fucking tired of it they could care less.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then, of course, what was last episode, we talked about the rumors of the whole Joe Montana football thing, which is looking to be most of it true. Obviously, the Joe Montana football thing is gonna happen. Joe Montana himself already tweeted out a screenshot of the game.
That's cool.
And then rumors of it being an Xbox exclusive are looking pretty good, because then later on he tweeted out up here at the Microsoft campus in Seattle. Didn't know how beautiful this place was. Little tidbits like that let you know it probably will be an Xbox exclusive. The big question being, is it going to have that NFL license? I'm guessing no.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because EA still got that on lock. And, there's a lot of people out there who think that, there's a loophole and they've got the NFL license. But
I know. I think they got a good reign on it. Yeah. No is right. N-O-Z-A.
No way. And but yeah, so of course we got to get those plugs out there before we get really into it.
Yeah.
Big one, Appy Gamer. Appy makes you happy. Make sure you go on over to check that out on Android or iOS if you haven't already. I mean, you probably already got Appy Gamer on your phone. It's such a great app. Everybody's already got it. One of the best apps on the planet.
If you don't.
And if that's not enough for you, I mean, there's always Game RSS.
True.
Great app on Android.
Yes.
Game On. Shouts to Troy.
Yeah.
On Windows Phone. That's on iOS as well. No Android, unfortunately. Game and News and Reviews.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big app, too. That's right up there with Appy Gamer.
Yeah.
That one is on Android and iOS. Not sure if it's on Windows. Probably not. And then, of course, Filter Gaming.
Okay.
If you've downloaded everything else and you still need something to...
Filter Gaming.
Yeah, and then, of course, as always, you can catch us on fragtagradio.com, Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube.
All bases covered.
Yeah. There's no reason not to be able to catch a show. All right, and so with that, first thing, I want to get into my State of Decay review, but just before the show, we sat down and we're playing a little bit of Mortal Kombat. We'll get into that shortly after the State of Decay review, but some sort of non-video gaming related, watching the Batman v Superman trailer.
Yeah, that was pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, so you were telling me some interesting stuff about how it's drawing from the old stuff, so... What's the whole story there, and how do you think it's going to go down?
From what it looks like, from what the armor that he had on, towards the end when they're standing off, it looked like, I think it's from the Nightfall series, basically where like Superman literally is kind of like the government's right hand man. In the comic book, he takes orders only from Reagan in the 80s, So and then basically Batman comes back to Gotham. In a comic book, he comes back to Gotham because it's overrun by, there's mutants in now, it's crazy, there's different factions of gangs. So it doesn't look like the movie's going to follow that, but it's like they took the plot points of, Superman's probably, has too much power. Because there was that scene in there where there were guards that had the Superman logo.
And they were, bowing down to him?
Yeah, bowing down to that dude, like he was a dictator or something. So it kind of brings that, and there's another story arc. I forgot what it was, but basically in a different timeline, Superman's dictator of the world, and Batman travels to an alternate universe to get the Justice League to come back and fight him. So it seems like they're kind of taking bits and pieces from everywhere, but mostly the battle, the fight, the primary focus of it, is looks like that Nightfall where Batman literally pulls out all the stops to take out, Superman.
Definitely got some high-tech-ish going on.
Yeah, he does. And you were talking about his voice, I think that was just the suit.
Yeah.
Because, unless it's some new gadgetry he has to make it sound like that to disguise his voice the whole time.
Definitely didn't sound like Ben Affleck.
No, it didn't. No. And what was that?
But it definitely is Ben Affleck because you see him clearly standing there looking at the Batman
with
suit.
this
like,
Reed Richards hair.
You don't belong in that suit.
Yeah. Although the suit though looks a lot like the Nightfall series. It's real brutish, like the mask. So
with the brows, like really defined.
Yeah, like he's just like hating on him.
Yeah.
So it should be pretty good though. Hopefully, it's not a repeat of Daredevil.
Yeah. Well, now, have you watched the Daredevil on Netflix?
Dude, I love that show.
I've heard it was pretty good.
Like I hear mixed reviews from people. I think I like it just because I like comic books.
Right.
Like some people that don't even watch, know comic books, they just watch the first episode and they're done with it.
Right.
But, me, I want to know more about Hell's Kitchen and Fisk and Matt Murdock.
So is it way better than the movie?
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, that should have been the movie. Yeah. Like, if they have a new movie, if they reboot it, they should take all the cast from that and just have it be the movie. Yeah. But, yeah, it's really good so far. I was going to ask you if you've been watching it.
No, I mean, I don't get super up into the superhero stuff. Yeah. You'd be watching, like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and
yeah.
Gotham.
Yeah. I haven't watched Gotham. I want to, though. I heard that was really good.
Yeah. You're getting down with that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., though.
Yeah, well, I've missed, actually, the last few episodes. I need to get back on, I think it's Sundays or something. I know it's on Hulu. Should just watch it on there.
Right. All right, well, with that, State of Decay. So, of course, State of Decay came out on 360.
Yeah.
What was it, a year, 2 years ago?
I guess it was about 2 years ago, something like that, yeah.
It's been out a good minute.
Yeah.
And so now, of course, we got the Xbox One. We're, going on 2 years?
Yeah.
Before long of these consoles being out. Time flies.
It does. It really does, yeah.
Because almost feels like just yesterday I was picking up my Xbox One on launch day, and here we are.
I know, 2 years later.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, so they're bringing State of Decay right on over to the Xbox One. Of course, that's come, with the 1080p graphics, 60 frames per second, the huge.
Normal upgrades.
The huge. Beyond that, I will say they haven't really done any dramatic upgrades to the textures or the lighting. It definitely looks better than it did on 360, but not dramatically better.
Not from what I've seen.
Yeah.
But how's the gameplay?
Just as good as it was on 360, if not better. Yeah. I guess the big draw here is the fact that it comes with all the DLC, which is mainly the two big DLCs, Breakdown and Lifeline. So for those who never did get around to playing State of Decay on 360, it is a true zombie survival horror game. Like a lot of zombie games that come on now is just pretty much about shooting the zombies.
Yeah, it's not really surviving a whole lot as it is of just going through ammo.
With State of Decay, you actually set up a base.
Mm-hmm. You grow crops.
You have to define a perimeter around the base, set up outposts.
You have lookouts.
Lookouts. Set up little spots in the base, like you set up an infirmary, like a little garden, like you said, or like a workshop, or like a porta potty area so people could take shit.
Deuce it.
Yeah.
You have to manage people. How tired they are, fatigued.
Morale going down, people getting angry. You got to take them out for a walk.
Yeah, that's right. Take them out for a walk.
Kill some Zeds. Yeah, that's what they're calling zombies now, Zeds. But yeah, so the story line is all about pretty much that outbreak, and you're trying to figure out what the hell is going on and how to get the hell out of the city. So won't go too deep into that because, like I said, it's the same story as it was before on 360. That was mainly just for anybody who hasn't played it at all. But with that, the two big draws here would be Breakdown, which Breakdown you can download this on 360 if you don't have an Xbox One as a DLC for the game. Pretty much just drops you in there as a random survivor, and it comes up with a character select screen, almost like the character select screen on Mortal Kombat when you're choosing which fighter you're going to go with.
Gotcha,
You pick a character, and then it just drops you into the world, and then it's like, okay, and then the chick on the radio is like, all right, there's plenty of survivors out there, go pick a group.
Oh, all right.
So you just look on your map, there's I think 6 or so groups, you pick one, go over there, join them, start setting up shop. Wherever you go, they're going to be in disarray. No fortifications, no garden. You're going to help them build things up and get shit going. There's no real story to break down. It's all about the survival.
Yeah.
And it progressively gets harder and harder the longer you survive.
Mm-hmm.
So it definitely gets more challenging. So people who like a really good challenge, they're probably going to definitely want to go for Breakdown and check that out.
And they mark it by like days, don't they? Like you survive X many days or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
The other big addition here is Lifeline, which Lifeline is like a second campaign.
Yeah, you were saying with the military.
Right.
Yeah.
The main game you play is there's the people who live in the fictional city and are trying to find out what happened, how to get out. This Lifeline, you're playing from the military side, and seeing, what it is they were doing while you were playing as the survivors over here doing what they were doing. So kind of, shows you both sides of the coin, exactly what was going on here, what was going on there. Kind of fills in the gaps of things that weren't explained in the main story, things you were kind of wondering, and especially things you were wondering involving the military, which, as you know, as you get deeper into the campaign on the regular State of Decay, you definitely meet up with the military and actually start doing some quests for them.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
So
that'd be interesting to run into those groups.
They set you up with a really sweet base, which is another cool part about Lifeline.
I'm sure.
Actually, one part of your base is a helipad, and you can actually call in supply drops by helicopter.
Damn.
Yeah, for better guns and all sorts of cool stuff.
That's cool. Yeah.
It also comes with like a spec ops room where you can go, and then you can also set up a generator to get electricity into your compound, which is something you couldn't do before.
Getting spoiled in there. Yeah.
And then of course you got the army trucks, which got the super giant off-road bumpers on them, and they're all painted green with giant mud tires on them, like damn near monster truck status.
Oh yeah, good trolling throw.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool, and as far as the story, just as good as the regular story. Don't want to give anything away, no spoilers. You start out playing as this chick. Actually her name escapes me for a minute, but she's like the sergeant and in charge of the other two. And that's another thing. In regular State of Decay, you're walking around by yourself all the time, and then you can go back to your base and switch to a different survivor. With Lifeline, whoever you're playing as, you've got two other soldiers with you at all times.
That's cool.
Who are actually helping you out. So if you get into a mob of zombies, you start swinging the bat, they're going to start swinging the bat, and you got three of y'all making your way through.
That's the closest thing you'll get to multiplayer. You know what I mean?
And you can switch between characters as well. So kind of semi on the fly.
Between those three?
While you're walking around. And then you've also got other survivors back at base, so if one of your three gets tired, injured, whatever, you take them back to the base, swap them out, let them rest up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool,
stuff like that. I would say, really, the only thing that is missing is that multiplayer co-op.
Yeah,
like you were saying, State of Decay is really crying for a co-op mode.
It is, yeah.
I mean, how awesome would that be if you could get a group together of 4 or 5 friends, and then y'all set up your own base, build it up however you want.
Yeah, and then go out and imagine another base of 4 or 5 different other people.
Yeah.
Have you seen that game?
Competing for supplies.
Yeah, have you seen that game H1N1?
H1Z1?
Or Z1? Yeah.
Yeah,
it'd be kind of like that.
Yeah.
I would think. It'd be really fun. So maybe next time, maybe next go round.
Well, they're supposedly working on I think it's codename Class 4 or something, which is supposed to be like a MMO, mini MMO, based in the State of Decay universe. So I imagine we're going to get something like that on Xbox One before long. And I know Undead Labs is in a 10-year partnership with Microsoft working on this kind of stuff. So
it's coming.
Yeah, we'll definitely see more from it in the future. I think bringing this over to Xbox One with the improved graphics and the DLC added in was just kind of a way of filling the gap between now and when they're able to get that next entry into the universe ready to go. Couple more little tidbits before I put the frags on there. One, if you owned State of Decay on 360, you get a discount. It's normally $30 on Xbox One with State of Decay and all the DLC. Day 1 edition, but if you own it on 360, you get a $10 discount, and it's only $20.
Oh, nice.
And then also, if you owned it on 360, when you boot it up for the first time, it's like, as a thank you for, owning the game previously and already being a fan, well, we're hooking you up with this extra survivor, and you get an extra survivor for your group who you can call in at any time to come join your group of survivors. And that survivor, it's a girl, by the way, you can call her in and have her join your group in the regular campaign and in Lifeline or Breakdown as well. So nice. she works across all 3 modes.
That's cool, yeah. Nice little reward, yeah.
But yeah, State of Decay, great game. I would say probably a solid 4 frags.
4 frags, yeah.
Yeah, solid 4 frags on State of Decay. Great game, especially if you haven't played it before.
Yeah,
if you haven't played it before, I would say definitely worth checking out. That I would even push it up to the 4.5 frag range.
It's a really good game
for somebody who hasn't played it before. If you've played it before, it's sitting right there in the 3.5, 4 frag range. Just because. Now, if you're like me and you only played the main campaign and you never messed around with the DLC, that alone kind of makes it worth it.
I mean, especially with the discount and the extra character and all that.
Yeah. So, check it out. I don't think there's any demo for it, but you already know if you're into zombies or not. Come on now.
Yeah, for real.
If you're ready to shoot some Zeds down,
you probably already have it. You're probably waiting to get it now on Xbox One.
Yeah, you probably already got it on pre-order. So. Next up, been playing a lot of Warframe.
Yeah, you have.
Tons and tons of Warframe. So there's been a big update recently where they added Spy 2.0 to the consoles, which was a really big thing. Completely redid the way you think about Spy in Warframe. Before, it was like you would take this data or collect these data things and then get out of there, and it didn't matter if you were spotted or not. You would just blaze your way through it, guns blazing. Didn't matter.
Yeah,
there was no spying about it.
It's just a title.
Yeah. So now you actually have to be stealthy when you're going through, and if you get spotted, they'll start destroying the data, and once they start purging the data, you've got 30 to 60 seconds to grab it before it's destroyed. And if it's destroyed, that's it.
Mission over.
Yeah, and there's 3 pieces of data to collect in each Spy mission. So you've got to collect at least 1. So if you fail the first time, all right, well, you've got 2 more chances to do it.
Yeah.
Fail that second time, you better get it that third time, or it's going to be mission failed totally.
Yeah.
But you want to go, and you want to do it flawlessly and get all 3 with no problems without being spotted, because when you do that, you've got a chance at getting some really rare mods, like thermite rounds and other stuff like that, which were previously only available from past events, and once those events were gone, you weren't able to get them anymore.
Yeah.
So it's really cool that they've added them back into the game in this way to where you can get those mods now.
That is cool, yeah. Get back on that.
Some other big additions, of course, Volt Prime, which Volt is one of my favorite frames. So having him as a Prime frame now is actually pretty amazing.
Yeah.
He's also I think one of 2 or 3 frames that actually had 2 of their stats raised.
Wow.
His power is actually doubled, and something else got a raise as well. I don't know if it was his armor. I think it might be his armor. Armor and power got raised up, but yeah, so he's definitely more powerful than the regular Volt. If you get your hands on Volt Prime, I would suggest doing so.
Yeah. Great
frame. And then coming here pretty soon, not on consoles yet. It's on PC right now if you're playing Warframe on PC, but is Chroma, which is the dragon-themed Warframe. And he's actually based off of dragons from Greek mythology, so he looks a little bit different than what you would expect the normal Japanese-looking dragons to look like.
A Greek dragon?
Yeah.
I don't even know what this would look like, to be honest with you.
Well,
like a kraken?
It's hard to explain.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But what's really cool about him is the type of powers he uses will based on the color of energy that you pick. Because as you know, on Warframe, you can choose the color of your energy.
Yeah.
And on most characters, it doesn't have an effect on anything except it changes the color of your powers.
Yeah.
But with this one, say if you make your energy white, then you do cold damage. If you make it
Okay.
blue, then you do electricity damage. If you make it red, you do fire damage. If
Yeah.
you make it green, you do like necrotic acid damage.
Okay, yeah.
Which
cool.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he's also got this. He's got a lot of armor. He's I think the highest armor stat in the game, or one of definitely. And one of his abilities lets him shed this armor to where it's almost like a clone of himself that will stand in place and like just start firing out elemental powers at the enemies around it, while you can continue on and go around about your business, gunning down enemies on your own, while you've got it's almost like a turret almost, just there doing what you need to do, which is really helpful if you're playing defense or if you're in the void running some void missions trying to get some prime parts. It's almost a game changer, really.
I was about to say, yeah, that's pretty powerful.
Pretty awesome frame. I really can't wait for him to come to console so I can start using them on Xbox One. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Like, I need to get back into that because I played it when it first came out. It was pretty good.
Right.
And then you got into it hardcore, and you started showing me all the differences between that and Destiny. I was like, oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I probably haven't played Destiny in
months. I know I haven't.
Yeah, a couple months now. Going on about a month and a half, 2 months.
I can't,
But, speaking of Destiny real quick, the new expansion, House of Wolves, that's dropping May 19th.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard, it's not going to have a raid, which I think is bullshit.
That's what
that's what everybody plays.
Yeah.
Destiny 4. Now, I know Bungie thinks everybody plays it for Crucible, but they're wrong. Nobody plays it for Crucible.
For real.
Nobody. Crucible sucks.
Yeah,
Badly, Bungie.
Badly, Bungie.
Badly. All right, but so the one ray of light that is in the midst there is that they're adding like this horde survival type of mode.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah,
and
so
it cuts all the BS out, I think, which would be nice.
Yeah, you'll be able to get your Gears of War on.
Yeah.
While gaining loot at the same time.
Yeah.
It remains to be seen if the loot that you get from playing this mode is going to be any good.
Yeah.
Like on par with like raid armor and raid guns.
It's going to have to be if they did away with the raid.
You'd think.
You know.
But this is Bungie.
I know. Damn Bungie.
Yeah. They'll also be bringing in the Trials of Osiris, which is like another Crucible bullshit. Not even worth talking about. Back to Warframe. Yeah, so I've been spending a lot of time in the Void. But one thing I did, which took me forever, which if you unlock all the missions on a planet, that unlocks nightmare missions, or the potential for nightmare missions on that planet.
Which is?
And it's like a mission where they put like debuffs on you, like you'll have like no shields or no health, or you'll be on a timer, or different debuffs.
Yeah.
But if you are able to beat it, then you'll get nightmare mods, which are rare mods that can be. Some of them are pretty freaking powerful.
Are they? Yeah.
So what I did was I went through one by one and did every mission on every planet. I played night and day for like 4.5 days, close to 5 days. I think in that 5 days, I got maybe 7 hours of sleep.
Damn. Going hardcore.
The average person, it would probably take about a month.
Yeah.
To do all these missions.
Burning the midnight
every
oil
mission
there.
on every planet, but I was determined, and I did it. And so now I can do the nightmare missions as they pop up. Doesn't matter what planet it's on, I can do it.
Go to it.
And that's another good thing about doing all the missions is there's these alerts that come up where you can get some items and blueprints that are actually exclusive to alerts. You can only get from alerts.
Oh, I see.
And if that alert is happening on a tile on a planet that you don't have unlocked yet, then you can't take part in that alert.
Yeah.
Unless you go into the recruiting channel and see if you can find somebody who will taxi you over there or whatever. But so there's a lot of benefits to having all the missions unlocked and beaten and ready to go. It just opens up the game dramatically to where there's so much more you can do, because you've also got the syndicate missions as well, which they're almost like the factions in Destiny. and except there's actually a point to the factions. In Warframe, you can, the more rep you get with them, you can use that rep to get items, frame specific mods, void key packs, sigils, all sorts of awesome stuff.
It's a good game, man. For free to play, we were talking about the other day. Well, if you bought an Xbox One and didn't have any other money, to buy games, you'd be all right. Yeah, you got Killer Instinct, Neverwinter.
Yep.
And
especially if it like now you got the Master Chief Collection bundled in for free.
Yeah,
with
that's
the
true.
console.
Yeah.
You'd have 4 Halo games: Warframe, Neverwinter, Killer Instinct, Project Spark.
Yeah, that was deleted quickly. I guess.
I'm actually going to play it soon because I want to play through that Conquer stuff.
Oh, I didn't even know. Oh, yeah, I remember we were talking.
Yeah, they're making a Conquer game in Project Spark, and they're releasing it in episodes. It's called Conquer's Big Reunion.
Big Reunion, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I want to play through that and check that out.
Yeah.
So I've always been a big Conquer fan.
Yeah.
But the other cool thing is it adds the assets in there for you to make your own Conquer game.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Which has the possibility of being something cool as well, because sometimes fans make the games better than the actual developers do.
Just to make what we want to play, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, so I'll definitely be covering more and more on Warframe as the weeks go by, updating you guys on any new stuff that comes out, updates that come to the game. I'm hoping to hopefully maybe get one of the developers from Digital Extremes on here, do an interview possibly in the future. I'll keep you updated on that as well. But yeah, with that, moving on. Mortal Kombat X, aka Mortal Kombat 10.
Yeah. Good game, man.
Insanely awesome.
Really good. Presentation's top notch. I mean, the music's good. Everything about it's good. And it really does have that old school Mortal Kombat feel. Like the first two. The third one got a little kind of lost the kind of gritty, dark feel of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
This one's, man, like tenfold. Just gruesome. It makes you want to unlock these fatalities and see how creative they got again and stuff like that. But and the character list on there is huge too.
Yeah, I got a huge roster.
And it's none of these like BS characters either that no one wants to play as,
Yeah, they're pretty much all good.
Yeah.
I think the only character I'm not really interested in is that Terra 4 or whatever. It's like the giant dude with the little weird girl on his back.
Guy. Yeah. I want to see what his fatalities are, really. That's about it.
Yeah, they could be interesting.
Yeah. See how they utilize the two.
Yeah.
But what else? And well, in a lot of the characters, they all got. I mean, they're like redesigned some of them to like new ways, but also like Raiden looks a lot like the original.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But still new.
And you can tell they've gotten older as well.
Yeah, like time has definitely gone by.
Liu Kang rocking the gray hair.
Yeah,
Kung Lao looking like damn near geezer status.
Yeah, Kenshi, he's looking old on there.
Yeah.
Johnny Cage even has
lines on his forehead.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I mean, even Kano was showing his age on there.
Yeah.
But even then, like Scorpion, Sub-Zero look the same, but they still look badass. I like how Reptile actually looks like.
Oh, and in the campaign, you see Scorpion without his mask.
Oh, really? I didn't know
that. He actually walks around without his mask a lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like it's an everyday thing
weird.
now.
Like I didn't even know who it was at first.
Oh,
when I was playing through the story.
Yeah. Like,
and then it came up and said because his name isn't Scorpion, it's something else. I forget what it is. But everybody in the campaign calls him by that name. They don't call him by Scorpion.
Oh, I see.
The only person who calls him Scorpion is Quan Chi.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And so the first time he comes up with Quan Chi, and Quan Chi calls him Scorpion, I was like, what? Oh, that's Scorpion?
Oh, that makes sense.
I should have known. The clothes, damn. But he didn't have the mask on, so and then you play as him, and when you play as him, you're playing as him without the mask as well.
Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah.
So that's another thing. The story mode on there is so top notch. I mean, it's got to be the best story mode ever put in an arcade game.
Yeah, well, I remember the
ever put in a fighting game ever.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. It's like watching a really freaking awesome like kung fu Jet Li type movie.
Yeah.
But you're part of it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because on top of the fights, Like when things are like happening between fights, there's like these quick time events where you got to press buttons.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Like what happens on the screen will like kind of change a little bit based on if you press the button in time or not. Which is pretty cool as well.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. Like at one point, Sonya is like wailing on Kano, about to choke that dude out, and then, Johnny Cage is like trying to get her off of him because like they need this information that he has.
Okay, yeah.
And like she's just like taking out her rage, and so she gets up, and then the button comes up like you gotta hit like Y or something, and she's about to do like stomp on his skull.
Oh shit, yeah.
And I didn't hit it in time. So like she like thinks about it and then like puts her foot down. Then she walks over to the other side, spreads his legs out, kicks him in the nuts.
Damn.
Instead. I was like, oh, I'm glad I didn't press the Y button.
Yeah, really
Entertaining. But
yeah, that's cool.
And it's super long. Like the story mode is like, depending on your skill level and taking your time, anywhere between 5 and 8 hours.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Which is pretty insane for
it's like longer than the Call of Duty game. Yeah, for real.
Yeah. And like I said, me being a huge Killer Instinct fan, as far as the actual fighting goes, I'm still more of a Killer Instinct guy than Mortal Kombat. But I'll take Mortal Kombat story mode over Killer Instinct story mode any day of the week.
Yeah.
Any day of the week.
I believe it, man.
They really need to work on that story mode on Killer Instinct.
Oh, I know. I don't even really play it anymore.
It's just like come up with a bio, then fight 7 guys in a row.
I know.
And then like 2 like still frames.
Yeah.
With like some text.
Oh, great story mode, guys. Mortal Kombat comes in, has like all these animated cutscenes. You're like wanting to cook some popcorn and shit.
Hell yeah. And that's another thing. The graphics look amazing.
They do. They really do. They're really detailed.
Really detailed.
The backgrounds on that game are incredible.
Yeah.
Like the amount of animation and the interaction, man, it's cool. It brings a lot of those old stages, like back to life.
Yeah.
And the new ones.
That's another thing about how you were saying about how characters you care about. I like how the new characters are like the children of the older characters.
Yeah.
Like
kind of carry it on.
Cassie Cage especially. I love that chick. She's so awesome.
Yeah, she's cool.
Jackie Briggs, Jax's daughter, she's pretty awesome as well.
Does it say who the mother is in that?
No. I don't think the mom's like a Mortal Kombat character. Oh. Yeah. She's like back home on the farm or whatever. That's another thing. Like during the story mode, like they need Jax's help, but he's like been off the radar for a while or whatever. Yeah. And then so Johnny Cage goes to get him to enlist his help and shit.
Yeah.
And like Sonya does.
Okay.
Sonya goes to get him, and he's like on the farm, like working on his tractor and shit.
Yeah.
Sonya walks up,
just chilling. Yeah.
She's like, "Oh shit, is that an international?"
An international.
And he's like, "Drop the bullshit. You ain't come here to talk about farm equipment with me."
Cut the bullshit, woman.
Yeah. And then she's like, "Oh, yeah, we need your help."
The torment shit again.
Quan Chi's on the loose.
Yeah.
Shinnok doing his damn thing again,
I hate Shinnok.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, what is this? I heard a guy I was talking to told me that you can buy easy fatalities.
Yeah, that's a lot of controversy over that too.
Like actual money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. I was really disappointed. Like
you can get the easy fatality tokens by playing the game too.
Okay, all right.
Or you can pay $20 and then buy a bundle of them, which is really stupid.
Not even all of them.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not infinite. You'll run out and then you have to pay $20 again.
Oh damn! Oh, I see. Oh damn! Yeah, that's.
They're easy fatality tokens.
I see. Yeah. Well, you said a bundle of them. Oh, I see. Never mind. I see what you're saying.
Bundle of the tokens?
Yeah. I was thinking of a bundle of like the moves.
No, yeah.
No.
Just the tokens.
No. Those fatalities weren't even that hard to pull off.
Yeah.
At least the ones we were doing. I don't know how the other ones, you unlock are.
Goro is the pre-order character. If you pre-ordered the game, you got Goro.
Yeah. Have you played this game?
Not yet. No.
Not yet, no.
But yeah, overall, pretty sweet game. I bought it with my own money, so we're not going to review it on a frag scale. I will say, if you're a fighting game fan or a Mortal Kombat fan, you should think about picking it up. It's pretty awesome.
Definitely.
With that, Neverwinter.
Yeah, man. that game came out of nowhere. It sucked me up real quick.
Best Dungeons and Dragon game.
What was that last one that came out? Daggerdale?
That game was horrible.
It was garbage.
The last Dungeons and Dragons game I played and liked was Advanced Dungeons and Dragons on Intellivision.
Damn. He was a wee little one.
So it's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even play that one. Last one I think I played was like on Xbox. It was like Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Well, Baldur's Gate was a good game.
Yeah.
I played that on PC.
They did, yeah.
And Baldur's Gate 2. Those were good games.
Well,
I didn't really think of those as Dungeons and Dragons games, I guess. But I guess they were.
Yeah. I think it was in the same world, yeah. Same universe, yeah.
Yeah, you can actually choose to have your character from Baldur's
that's right.
Gate
I remember
when you're
that,
setting up on Neverwinter.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like...
It's everything I personally.
It's like WoW, World of Warcraft mixed with Diablo.
It was like everything I always wanted to play. Like I always wanted to play these games, WoW and all these games, but I never wanted to pay like a monthly subscription just to do that.
Yeah.
And man, when this came out, you can get mounts and like all this other stuff. Man, it was great. Like it's cool. It's everything I wanted. Yeah. And even then, like you trade in your astral diamonds, which you collect just randomly, right? I believe.
Yeah, or by from praying to your god.
Oh yeah, every hour, like clockwork. And then you gotta whip out your little shrine. You have to put something down. What is that called again?
The portable altar.
Yeah, portable altar in order to pray. But
or you can pray at like a fireplace.
Oh yeah, well the campfire, whatever. Yeah. But you use those, and you can use that to get Zen. Yeah. Which is really what you use to buy like the good stuff.
Yeah, like the different
or you
packs.
just pay actual money to get so much Zen or whatever.
Right.
Or those what the hell are those chests, man? We have to buy those enchanted keys.
Oh, the tyrannical chests?
Yeah, tyrannical. I got like 33 of those things.
Yeah, I got like 200.
Yeah. And I've opened like 5. And I got, a whole bunch of those stones, what are those runes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To upgrade your armor and stuff. But no cool weapons or anything yet.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed. I want some.
You'll get some cool weapons.
Yeah.
I got a really sweet weapon from taking down my first dragon.
Oh shit!
In
you
the
a dragon already?
Yeah.
Damn it.
In the graveyard area.
Yeah.
And it was like a big community event. There was like 10 of us wailing on that dude.
See, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty tight.
I bet. Yeah.
I got a pretty awesome weapon from that. But yeah, and then there's more dragons too because I've leveled up. I think I'm like level 40, 41 now.
Last time I was over here, you're like 35.
Yeah.
It was like a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've been busy, yeah.
Doing it up. I'd like to start a second character eventually as well.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of my control wizard, to be honest with you. Like, he's fine. He's fun to play with, but that's why I want a new weapon.
Right.
Because everything else is upgraded, but that weapon's still, like, from level 17. I'm, like, 25. But nothing, only what other orbs I get don't say recommend. Where they recommend you to swap it out.
Oh, yeah.
So
letting you know if it's actually better than what you have.
Yeah, so I just let it go. But, and another thing, man. Do you have the problem where you run out of space in that game? Like in your inventory?
Oh, yeah. Well, I did.
Did you buy one of those extra packs?
Greater holding bags?
Yeah. I might have to do that.
And then you also have the bank, where you can store stuff at the bank, too.
I don't even know you can store shit at the bank.
Yeah, it's called the Money Coin Bank in the Protector's Enclave. You go there, you've got, I think, 16 slots where you can store stuff.
Is it up there?
And then you've got 8 shared slots, which you can store stuff there as well. So, a total of...
Like 24 slots?
Yeah.
Damn, is that, like, on that level where that, what's his name, Croaks or whatever, that captain guy?
It's down there at the bottom by the auction.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna check that out then.
Yeah, you can store stuff there as well, and then by playing through the missions, you'll get a couple of bags. Playing through the missions.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I think I've gotten 2 or 3 so far.
Okay,
just by playing through regular quests. They're small bags. They've only got like 2 rows.
Oh, I see.
But better than nothing.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm telling you, man, sometimes when I was playing with you last, when we were in that dungeon, I couldn't collect hardly anything.
Did you ever get out of that dungeon?
No. When I turned it off and turned it back on, a day later, I was still, like, there.
Yeah.
Like, in that dungeon, so I just exited out.
Oh.
And when I went out, there was, like, all these people waiting to go back in. But, that was hard, man.
So you're out of the dungeon now?
Yeah, I'm out of that dungeon,
Okay.
yeah. And after that, I haven't played it since. I've been playing...
Did you have to walk, like, all the way back?
No, it put me right by the beginning.
Okay, good.
Like right by that campfire when
Okay.
I first walk in there. Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, I would have made it back.
That was a long journey.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was a long. That's one thing, man. All those,
we were in there for like a good hour and a half.
It was longer than that. No, we started like at 8:30.
Yeah.
And we didn't get done until like 12:30. My eyes were burning when we were done with that, dude.
Yeah. Well, we were like.
We were underpowered.
Yeah, low level.
You weren't. I was, but it recommended 5, and it was just you and me going in there.
Yeah.
That's what really slowed us down. Yeah.
Yeah, it took us a while.
It did, yeah.
And then we got to that last boss, and there was no way.
No, that was not happening. No.
With just the two of us.
Just tinking, tink, tink.
No way.
It was just like.
And then I went in there like next day with like a group of 6 or 7 and wiped him out like he was nobody's business.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, why couldn't I do that last night?
Yeah, for real.
It makes a huge difference when you got a lot of people with
you.
It
does, yeah.
But the PvP on that game is actually pretty good too.
I haven't played that yet.
I was surprised, like the domination mode where you
yeah?
capture a point, hold it down, and you get to use all your powers and stuff from the regular game. But it balances it out by making everybody the same level. Like when I went in, everybody in my game was level 19.
I gotcha. Yeah, maybe I'll do that when I go home tonight. Check that out.
I'm gonna be on Neverwinter and Warframe tonight, so you just holler if you want to play.
Oh, I will holler. Holler.
And if you download that Revelations.
Oh, yeah, the Revelations, yeah.
Or Mortal Kombat.
Oh, no. Well, I got that goat simulator.
They ain't got nothing on Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I'm telling you, for some mindless fun, that game's all right.
Maybe I'll ask for a review code.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't review it, really. It's just you go in there and dick around. That's about it.
But, yeah, so, yeah, while we're on the subject, what the hell is Goat Simulator?
Man, that's a good question, because when I downloaded it, I wasn't really quite sure. But when you open it up, it says this is a physics-based game. So basically, you pick a level. The first one's like corn-fed America, like out in the middle of nowhere. It's farmland and like some city structures and stuff. And you spawn as a goat, and you just walk around. There's people. There's a lot of people, interact with. There's vehicles on the road. There's a lot of hidden stuff, surprisingly, in this game. In one level, I got on top of a roof. You climb ladders in this game. It looks like the game's glitching out when you climb a ladder, but the whole game's glitchy to begin with. But there's a building that says low gravity testing facility. And so I'm like, oh, that'd be perfect to go in there and see what this game's really all about. So I go to it, and I can't find a way in. And then finally, all the way in the back of the building, right before that invisible wall hits and you can't go anywhere else, there's a little hole through the fence. And as soon as I went through that fence, I unlocked like an in-game achievement saying I found like a hidden area. Well, I was inside the fence, but I couldn't figure out how to get inside the building. So I kept going around the building and knocking stuff. Right trigger makes you ram, like put your head down and ram. And I noticed there was sheet metal on the side of the walls. And I hit one. It didn't do anything, but I noticed this other one was like a different shade lighter. So I hit that one, and it busted through. And inside there was like a little skate park for like ramps and stuff. And on the left there was this huge enclosed area with these fans that were blowing up. And you had to go up this plank and go around and go inside. And there's like trophies hidden. There was a trophy in there you can get. And the more trophies you get, you unlock like different goats that have different abilities. I got one where it's like that dragon-born, it's goat-born. You hit Y, which is their special ability, and he like shouts. So you can like send people flying or like do it next to a car and it'll hit another car and explode. Right. And there's all kinds of like just things to have you do to mess up the world, basically. There's really no objective. Like X makes you lick, and when you lick something, your tongue sticks to it. And so there's a carnival, like a, what do you call it, like a Ferris wheel? Right. So a car was coming, and I licked it, and it took me it started spinning me around. And then you can actually try walking away from it, and if it will move with you, it will. So, like, you can, like, lick a person and jump on a bike or a skateboard and then take them with you. I took a person, I licked them.
So the goat can drive a bicycle?
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. You just hit Y. It's like Grand Theft Auto. You hit Y, and it's really hard to control it, though. You have to balance it while the right stick's like your camera, but it points where you're going, basically. Right. So you have to kind of balance it and go. Like, I got an achievement today for riding for 60 seconds. It was like 90 points. I was like, hell yeah. I was trying to do that, but it was hard as balls. Right. But I got a person, licked them,
got the skateboard, went up to the ramp, and just went down. And if you hit X, you release the person. So when I was like coming down, I immediately hit X, and the person just right off the ramp and went flying. And you get in-game achievements. One was like launching an item insanely far away. Like you'll see it like, boom, and it just gets like a speck. So it's just like like I said, just a fun dick around game.
Ain't nothing like dicking around.
I'm telling you, man. Like, well, it's just like if you're tired of like, if you want a non-pressure game, you know, like not worried about leveling up or
tired of all those serious games.
Yeah, for real. Shit can be stressful, man.
Yeah.
But no, it's a fun game for what it is.
That is what's up. But I think so with that, just a couple quick things. The next Gears of War is not going to be coming to 360.
Yeah.
Xbox One only, which I think is a good thing.
Oh, we'll get the best stuff.
They can concentrate on the new console and maximize the graphics and not have to worry about having to, dumb things down, port it backward to make it work on the old console.
And I mean, it looked good. I remember when the first Gears of War came out, man. I thought that thing was like jaw-dropping gorgeous.
Still looks great today on PC.
Yeah, so I imagine, man, this one's going to be
amazing.
Amazing.
And Black Ops 3 officially announced. We all know it was happening.
Yeah, I mean,
it looks this time it's going to be like futuristic, which is pretty crazy.
Well, this is what the third one that's futuristic now. You had Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 2. They went to the future. That was the future. I mean, it was like 2025, but it was still the future. They like expressed
sort of future.
Yeah, well, they made a big deal.
It was for a couple missions. It
wasn't
for the whole time.
Well, yeah, they did kind of go back and forth in that one.
Yeah. But this one is all future, and it's like more like Advanced Warfare, like with the skeletons and shit.
Exosuits, yeah.
But this time it's suits instead of skeletons.
Oh, I see. Like little, I gotcha. Yeah, damn, that'd be kind of cool.
So that's gonna be like the difference between the two.
I haven't seen that preview.
And I think the big reveal is coming on the 26th.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
yeah. That's when they got the big reveal, and we'll know more about it then. And of course, we'll be talking about that on the next episode.
Yeah.
So look forward to that if you're a huge Call of Duty fan. And it's been a good show. We'll catch y'all next time.
Later.
Frag Tag Radio.